Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our second chapter of social science, What is Around Us. We will start a chapter with a small story like a boy was moving around in the garden with his mother, and he suddenly asked his mother that, "Mother, what is land made up of?" So the mother asked him that, do you see the sun every day? And then the remaining is here. How she explained. She explained the formation of the earth. The sun too has a family which is known as the solar family, which you have learned in the earlier classes. The sun has the planets moving around it, and our earth is one of the member of the solar family. Only earth has got the suitable temperature, water and air to sustain living beings. No other planet in the solar family have the living beings except the earth. Generally, it is believed that after collision, that is a separation, the part of the sun which has been detached from the sun is earth. It means that a part of the sun which was separated and was being detached from the sun came to be known as earth. At first, like sun, the earth was in the form of a fireball, and this fireball started to cool down slowly. It took several years to cool down, and it started cooling, and then many elements which got transformed into liquid and further into solid forms. So many elements were there which started getting cooled down and which cooled into liquid and the solid forms. During the process of the earth of being cooling down, the formation of four spheres came into existence. The elements which got transformed into solid are known as the lithosphere. For examples, the valleys, the mountains, the plains, etc. The elements which got transformed into liquid are known as the hydrosphere, the water bodies on the earth. The elements which got transformed into gases came to be known as the atmosphere, that are the oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, etc. And the living world which developed due to land, water and air came to be known as biosphere. All the living things on the earth that came to be known as biosphere. First we will learn about the lithosphere. The elements which got transformed into the solid, they are known as lithosphere. We all live on the lithosphere. Our houses and the construction and everything is being done on the lithosphere. Litho means rocks and the sphere means layer. Our whole lithosphere is made up of soil and rocks. Approximately 29% of the surface of the earth is covered by lithosphere, and starting from the surface of the earth towards the interior of the earth, it is 64 km to 100 km thick. Physical features of lithosphere is not everywhere same and is made up of substances like soil and rocks. As we see that the land is not plain everywhere. There are different landforms like mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, etc. And even there is a temperature variation. Like normally on the surface of the earth, we have normal temperature, but as we move towards the center of the earth, that is in the interior of the earth, the temperature increases. The molten rocks in the interior of the earth are known as magma. As I said, towards the interior of the earth, there is more heat. So the rocks inside the earth, they start getting melting. So these melted rocks, or we can say the molten rocks, they are known as magma, and they become like a semi solid, that is in the mostly like a liquid form, and it's also known as lava. As we have different gases on the earth, on the surface of the earth, there are many gases present in the interior of the earth also, which rises up with the pressure and heat, that is from interior of the earth towards the surface of the earth. And the pressure of the rocks of the surface of the earth is equally strong, which are on the surface of the earth. That means the pressure from inside the gases that is coming towards the surface of the earth, and the pressure of the rocks on the surface of the earth is equal. So the balance between the two, that is the interior and the exterior of the earth, is maintained. But when the balance between the two is not maintained, the crust breaks and a volcano erupts. And when the volcano erupts, the molten rocks, which are known as magma or lava, they flow out on the surface of the earth, which is too hot. We live on the lithosphere and we construct our home here. We even get water to drink, agriculture for food, minerals for industries, and forests through lithosphere. In short, we can say that lithosphere is the sphere where all the human beings can live and get the products required for their life. The next sphere which we are going to learn is hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is the liquid component of the earth. That means all the water bodies of the earth. It covers totally 71% of the earth's surface. We have learned that lithosphere covers 29% and 71% is covered by hydrosphere. It includes the oceans, the seas, the lakes, the ponds, the rivers and streams. A huge amount of water is carried by oceans. The Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Indian Ocean and the Arctic Ocean. These are the 4 oceans of the earth. The water bodies close to land are also known as seas, bays, straits, gulfs, etc. The oceans are huge and deep. Valleys with depth of 10 to 11 kilometers are located at the bottom. Like similar on the surface of the earth, we have mountains and valleys. There are also valleys up to the depth of 10 to 11 kilometers located at the bottom of the oceans. It has similar features that of the surface of the earth, like high mountains, plateaus, vast plains, etc. As we have plains and mountains and plateaus on the lithosphere, there are also the mountains, plateaus and plains under the huge oceans. We have learned that oceans carry most of the water on the earth, and ocean water is salty. The river water is very less, which is the soft water used by the living things. Now, if the sea water is salty, then is it useful to us? Ocean contains 97% of the total amount of the water on the earth. So, that means the salt water is more. 1/3 of the water is trapped in the ice caps and glaciers at poles, at Himalayas and the other mountains. You see, the Himalayas are covered with the snow, and that is the water which has become a solid. It also comes as a part of a hydrosphere. So totally 1/3 of that kind of water is trapped in the ice caps and glaciers. Some water is there in lakes and some flows in the rivers, and some is stored in the interior of the earth as a ground water. We know that some water that is collected in lakes on the surface of the earth, and some flows in the river, and some are stored in the interior of the earth, which is known as a groundwater. When a bore well is bored, means the digging of the ground is done, we get the water, and that water is known as the ground water. The amount of fresh water required by living beings is very less. As I said, most of the hydrosphere is consisting the salt water, but the fresh water which is required by all the living beings is very less. And the moisture for the rain, which is the main source of fresh water, comes from oceans only. Now, we have learned the water cycle in the earlier smaller classes, where the ocean water is evaporated and goes up, and the formation of clouds takes place, and after condensation the rain comes. So that water which evaporates and form the clouds that we get from oceans. The next topic is, what other things do we get from hydrosphere? We get valuable chemicals, minerals, salt, fishes, etc. from seas. Like we get many chemicals and the minerals, some salt we get, and fishes of different types. Even the non-vegetarian people, they get seafood for their food. Aquatic life under the seas and oceans. As I explained you, there is a completely like a lithosphere, mountains and valleys and the plains under the oceans. We also have life under the oceans, like big many plants are there, many fishes are there. Tremendous force of waves, tides and currents of oceans are potential sources for generating electricity. We know that the waves, they come in a high speed, the tides and the current of ocean, they are useful for generating electricity. Oceans are also useful as waterways. That example, boats and ships and cruise, they can take us from one place to another. So this was our end of our topic, hydrosphere, and I will take a break here and end of our session. So today's our session is ending over here. I will see you in the next session. Till then, goodbye.